Hello and welcome to Missouri River Regional Library's Summer Reading Program for 2020. This year's program is moving online and is using the READsquared platform. You can see up here in the corner, READsquared. You may find this main page at mrrl.readsquared, again, all spelled out, .com, and that brings you to this main page. On this page, you can see that our theme is Imagine Your Story, and we have several programs to choose from. First, we have the pre-K program for those up to age 4. You can see a description of the program, the amount of minutes that are needed to complete the program, everything you need to know there. Next, we have the children's program for ages 5 to 12. Again, there's a description of everything. We have the teen program for those 12 to 18 and the adult program down here. Also, we have a description of the program, an overview of it. Now, what I'm going to show you now is how to register for your account and also how to log either book titles for the adult program or minutes, which is used for the teen program and the children's programs. So where it all starts right up here. First of all, we have an iOS app or an Android app. You may follow these links and download those apps so that you can do the program, log minutes, and all of that on your phones. It all starts right here. Up here at the top, we're going to register. Or you can do this one down here, register now. But we're going to click this one up here. And you will come to this page right here. Now, over here on this side is myself. That's pretty self-explanatory. For adults and teens, you may sign yourself up. Here in the center is for adults and children. So this is the family one. You will be signing up yourself and your children. Over here in my group, that is for daycare centers and other groups like that. It's a different type of login. So I should say different type of registration. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one since it is both the adult program and the children's program. Adult program is book titles. Children's program is by minutes. The teen program is also that way, so it will all work about the same. So let's go ahead and go in here, myself and children. It's going to ask the adults information. It has a drop down right here. Down here at the bottom is the 19 plus. So that's what we need. For the adult logins, for family logins, you need to be at least 18. So I'm going to go ahead and say continue. And it's going to ask for some basic information. And the red asterisks are the things that you must have. The only other thing I'd say is right down here on the library branch, you must choose a branch, either the main library in Jeff City or Osage branch in Lynn. I'm going to choose main library. Let's see here. I'm going to give the Jane Reader. That's a good name, right? An email address. Down here in username, I believe it requires 5 characters. So I'm going to say Jane 1. No one's named that, but we have to have 5 characters. Password. Confirm the password. And if I've done my job correctly, it will let me continue. Nope. Okay, now we've moved on. Here, after you've registered the adult, I should say, given the adult's information, now here's where you add your children. Let's go ahead and give Jane a 5-year-old daughter. We're going to continue. And here's where you have the children's information. Of course, there is no username or password or anything like that because that will be the adult's responsibility for the account. We're going to name her Olivia, last name Reader. I love that last name, by the way. She is also at the main library, of course. She comes in with mom. Now, down here, you can choose different recommendations. You may click on this to turn it off to not have us send recommendations. See, no, collapsed it. Yes, gave you all these options. Now, you have the chance here to say, oh, Olivia likes animals, books for kids 5 to 12. She's into fairy tales, she's into nature, and she likes math and technology. We're going to go down here. I'm going to say we're done. You may add more by hitting the continue. You can go on to the next child. But we're done with this one. So I'm going to say done adding children. And it's going to take me to this very confusing looking page. First of all, thank you, Jane, for registering. She earned a badge for doing that. And I'll show you those here in a minute. Here's the main page that you will have once you will come to, I should say, once you register. Up here on the side, family members, you see up here. Right now, we are Jane Reader. I can choose this drop down and go to Olivia since we signed Olivia up under Jane. Look, and there's Olivia's page. I'm going to go back to Jane just so I can show you something here. Here's the main page. Over here on the side, you may click on these different options. Logging is to log the book titles. Missions, I will explain in just a moment. The game board we aren't actually using, so you may go ahead and click on it and see the game board, but we have not implemented that in the program, so it really has no purpose other than it's just to be over here because we're not able to turn that off. My badges, reading lists, your logging history. Okay, we are going to focus on the logging. There are two ways to do it. You may click over here, or if you look up here at the top, all of those things are along the top here as well on your page. You can see how many points that Jane has earned so far, which is none for the month, and the progress toward the end goal of finishing the program. Of course, she doesn't have anything in here yet because she hasn't logged anything. So I am going to go ahead and log reading for Jane. We're going to go right here. Log reading. Now, here it's going to ask you if you're logging books or you're logging minutes. Now, if you're the adult program, you're logging books. If it's the children's program, you're logging minutes. Now, you'll notice when I click on this, it's going to bring up everyone in the family. And it's showing you right here with the green, Jane is the only one that is available to add book titles for. That's because the children's program is based on minutes, not on books. So you can either turn her off to not add to it or on. See how that is? Off, here's the X, on, there's the check mark. So let's say Jane read The Last Trial by Scott Turow. She has read that. Now we're going to come down here and submit that. And you'll see it is logging the activity at the top. And congratulations, Jane, you just logged a book. And in this case, you've earned a badge for completing 100 points in the program. So we're going to close. And now you see on her main page, dum, 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 Jane has reached level 1. So we just have, it's just a nice graphical way to show you how you're progressing through the program. Now I'm going to switch gears. We're going to go up here, drop down. We're going to go to Olivia. And here is Olivia's page. Now you see all of these badges that Olivia is able to earn. These are the equivalent of the activities that we used to list on the back sides of the paper logs. In this case, they aren't called activities, they are called missions. So now if you look up here at the top, I'm going to go across here. Here's missions. We'll click on that. These are all the different things that Olivia can do to earn her completion of the program. So in the case of the children's program, Olivia, did I make her 5? I think she's in the main children's program. So let's say Olivia has walked in the park. She needs to complete, I believe it is 7 missions, and the numbers of hours of reading is 20 for the children's program. So each of these can earn one of the points needed toward those 7 that she needs to complete the program. So each of these is worth just 1 point, but there are plenty of them to choose from, more than the 7 necessary. So you may choose whichever one of these she would like to do. So as she completes things, she will go ahead and log them in here, and it will earn a point for her. So let's say that Jane and Olivia have taken a walk in the park. We're going to go to this mission. And you can see it says, get outside, take a walk in the park. It sounds like a great idea to me. So let's say they have. We're going to complete now. Click on this. Get outside for a walk. Complete the activity. Congratulations, you took a walk in the park. That was easy, wasn't it? So now she has earned this badge, a walk in the park badge. Click that. And now we're going to go back. Look, she completed a walk in the park. That was very simple. So now, anytime you want to go back to the main page, come up here to home, click that. And there is Olivia's main page. And you can see right here, now in color up here, a walk in the park. She has completed that mission and earned that badge. Here are the different badges for the different missions and also levels of reading. Each time she reaches a new level in the reading, she will get a nice little badge that shows up and says, congratulations. And when she finishes the program, it will give her a digital certificate. And at that point, she will have earned her prizes and she will be encouraged to come into the library to pick up her prizes for the reading program. Now, up here in the corner, you can see for the children's and the teens program, we have avatars you can use. So I'm going to come up here. Let's go ahead and change your avatar. I'm going to click right here. Let's say Olivia is pretty happy with the way that looks, but over here on the side, she can change the clothing a little bit. I kind of like the striped one. That was kind of neat. And then up here, we can give her goofy things. I think I actually like that one right there. Let's say Olivia is happy with what she looks at right there. Save changes. It's just kind of a neat thing for the children to have an avatar to follow them through their program, a little representation of themselves. I'm going to go ahead and go back over here, click, and go back to Jane, the adult in the family. You can see now that Jane has progress toward the goal of finishing the summer reading club right there because she has read that first book. And it shows right here. So it's very easy to see where you are at in the program and to track your progress. And that's about it for logging minutes and going in and doing missions. In the case of the adult, let's go ahead and look at the adult mission, though. Right here, you can click on this, missions. Look, the adult program has a design a bookmark contest that Jane can do. Again, we can go to the mission if we want to, and it will you can complete these as you go down through and do each of these things. You can do the complete now on that. Let's go ahead and go back. Again, anytime you want to go back to the main page, we're going to hit home up here and go to Jane's main page. So that shows you a little bit of how you can run the program. The registration, logging of book titles or minutes for the children's and teens program. I haven't gone through much, like the badges or the different things that you have earned over here. It's fairly self-explanatory. It's just this main page that may throw you a little bit. And so I hope I've given you enough of an overview that it makes it less confusing. It's fairly well laid out, and I think it will be fairly self-explanatory when you get into the program. It's just those little things that you need to do in order to make your summer reading successful. So when you're done logging for the day, first of all, let's go ahead and do this. I want to show you one more thing here. Let's say we're going to log reading. In this case, minutes. Since I chose minutes, you see right here that Jane Reader is not able to log minutes because that's not what that program uses, but you can log minutes for the children's program. Now you will notice up here that it says book title and author. It is not necessary to put those in. As a matter of fact, if you're logging for the children, don't go ahead and don't put anything in there. Those are up there because the adult program needs those. In this case, we don't need it, but we can give Olivia 30 minutes of reading. You can see it's going to Olivia. I can take that off or put it on. If we had more children, you could log time for all of them at once. Just make sure they're all green. and we're submitting those 30 minutes. Boom! Olivia read 30 minutes. Now let's go to Olivia's page. And you now see right up here, we have 31 points. She's done 30 minutes of reading. 1 minute of reading equals 1 point plus 1 activity, 31 points. And she is 3% toward the goal of finishing the program. So now I believe we have an overview. We have shown you how to register and how to log both the book titles and the minutes. It's a simple thing to do, and we hope that you enjoy your summer reading experience this year, and we most hope that you come to the library and see us. We would love to see you. Thanks, everyone.